Hi, partners. Hope you guys had a great new year and winter solstice. So, I was working on the video for the Fallout trailer, and I just figured out I went down a couple rabbit holes. Yeah, we went down a couple rabbit holes, and I figured out I might just need to break it up a little bit. So, I'm just going to start off with this first one. Is going to be about the location and the main characters, and you guys with the bigger videos later on. So let's get it going on. So let's start with the year and location. Yeah, the year and location is 2296 around LA. This will be taking place 9 years after Fallout 4, making this the latest in the current of the timeline at the end, if that makes sense. Yeah, if that makes sense. Yeah. So, one of the factions, we got Vault-Tec, which we actually figure out that at least two of the vaults, 33 and 35, are still in operational from the Vanity Fair article, which I'll try to link into that in the little thing down below. And that there's also this line in the Vanity Fair article about that quoted Vault Boy not only appears in the show, but the imagery even gets an origin story, which we won't spoil here. That was something that they came up with that's just really smart, Howard says, end quote. From it. Yeah, we're going to see how you came out to be, right? Yeah, it's pretty cool. So that's a very interesting thing. Just going to cover up that. I was like, okay, that's what we basically know all about the vaults and everything. We do know that vaults are still operational, still to this day. So, where are we going about for our main characters? We got Lucy. Seems to be our main protagonist. She comes from Vault 33. Her father is the overseer Hank. And she is shown to, in a couple of scenes, it's shown that she's pretty tech savvy. So I think the reason why she's going to be leaving, which is a rescue mission, I think it's actually going to be it's going to be to protect the vault. It's going to be an object like Fallout 1. Like, we got to get the water ship, but it's going to be kind of I think it's going to be mirroring that. That's what we're going to be basically looking at. Like, she's going to have to leave it to go get an object, and I think that possibly that fight scene that we saw on it, I think that's going to be after she's left. And I think what the thing was is this experiment was that if the doors ever open, then it released the gas. So kind of like they never had a safe haven to go back into, and that was the whole purpose of this vault. And I think that's why she had to kind of fight her way out of it. As she knocked out that person trying to get out, got cut, and it's giving me that. Oh, and then it's what I think is that one scene where you do see that she's talking to her father, but there's the glass and thing. It seems to be very emotional. I think that's when the end, she's gonna be coming back, and she's going to realize that she can't enter the vault. That her father sealed it all off, and now she has to leave to go find the rest of her people that were able to get out of the vault in time. It's going to be really like classic Fallout 1 vibes, and yeah, we like that. So that's going to be pretty sweet. So now our next character is the Ghoul. Now, the Ghoul, this is what it's, from the Van Fairpole. The Ghoul is a gruesome, scarred, tough rider who has a code of honor, but also a ruthless streak. His name is Copper Howard, and that's what we got from the article. And what we see, this is something that I think I could be wrong. Yep, yeah, I know this is going to be very interesting if it is true, because this is a stretch. Now, this is just something I kind of put together. We said that Vault Boy is going to be appearing. Yeah, you're going to be appearing, and we're going to get the imagery. Now, and then Todd Howard said, that's really neat. That's really cool. That's really smart. Howard, and then the name is Copper Howard. Yeah, all I'm saying is I think they're gonna be Vault Boy. I think the Ghoul is gonna come up either with the Vault Boy imagery or he was based off of him. That's what I'm going with. He's actually still wearing, if you look up really close, underneath his vest right here, he has dust, and he has the vest right here. Underneath there is actually still the colors. Yeah, he still has the colors. Collar and everything, so it's still there. Now, it's not a Vault Boy. It's not a Vault suit because it has a collar on it. But I think that's kind of the whole imagery. He's like a cowboy type of thing. But probably wrong on that. But gonna have to go over another prediction. Maybe he's an XDR Ranger. I mean, that does survive, or an X Ranger, or an X Desert Ranger, and the trench coat. Now, we don't see a badge on him. That's why I was going with X. But what I think is going to happen is he's going to see Lucy come into that town, And since, vault dwellers are an endangered species now, yep, that's true. And since they're an endangered species right now, I think he's going to see her, and that's where hell breaks loose. Like, people try to capture her. That's why he just shoots up the whole town. She gets wounded, but he knows this Vault 35, which was that one image of the only image that we see of anything of the NCR is in the scene, well, at least we believe is the set of Vault 35. So I think he brings her there to Vault 35 to get healed. And I also think it would be a cool story point if, like, he is a well seasoned NCR Ranger, and then you have him paired with the naive Brotherhood of Steel character, just because, like, the two factions and the war and everything. I think that'd be a cool little story point that would add a nice little tension that we can see in real time. That you could only really do in a TV series. I mean, you could do it in the game too, but yeah, you can see in a TV series actual emotions. That'd be pretty cool. And then the next character, we got Dogmeat. What can I really say? He's Dogmeat, which is great. The only thing is, like, I kind of wish he wasn't a German Shepherd, just because, like, the last time we saw Dogmeat was in Fallout 4, and he was a German Shepherd. And I just kind of feel it's like, now we're just kind of making Dogmeat, this is Dogmeat. And it's like, that's not who Dogmeat is. Dogmeat has been all the games, like, usually a normal, different dog. The only thing that I would see that would kind of make sense is German Shepherds are used, in the military and police forces. Yeah, right? And so, like, it could be seen as German Shepherds to be in vaults for the military or civilians alike. Yeah, so I guess even though not being mutated at all, that's why the German Shepherds aren't mutated and everything. And now, who gets us Dogmeat? Well, it looks like it's Wilzig. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Maybe I'm not. I don't know, but he's a researcher, and he has Dogmeat. And he says the line that Vault Dwellers are an endangered species. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe he has something to do with Vault-Tec or the Enclave. Maybe. But also, I think it's kind of interesting that he literally uses Dogmeat. Like, what you can see is he uses Dogmeat for cover for the gun turret. Because he uses his lab coat to protect himself from the snow. Yeah, he uses the lab coat for his protection from the snow, like, because he has the snowy environment, to trick the turret into shooting at the dog and not him. So I think what's going to happen is Lucy's going to be like, oh, what's the dog's name? And he's going to go like, dog meat. I just think that's going to, I don't know. I think we're not supposed to trust him. We're going to get that flashback during that time of where, no, he just used this dog as cover, and why did he use that? Where is he escaping from? Oh, we're going to figure out. I think it's going to be very interesting. And then we got Maximus. And from the article, a young soldier who hides his tragic past as he serves in the Brotherhood of Steel. He believes in the nobility of the Brotherhood's mission to bring law and order to the wasteland, and will do anything to further their goals. That's what's from the article. And then, let's back up a second there, partner. What do you mean nobility of this mission? That's what I want to know. Now, like, the idea of the Brotherhood, the idea of the Brotherhood is a symbol of law and order, but it's not just, like, a good one. Like, I'm hoping the reason that it's written this way, is that it's because this is what Maximus believes is that the BOS, the Brotherhood of Steel, are the good guys. And I think that he will be okay, so this is a stretch. This is a stretch here. I'm just going with it. And so there was actually, when Arthur Maxon contacted West Coast Brotherhood of Steel, they actually told him that there's a cult in Maxon, in the NCR state Maxon, that worships him. But of course they had to be eliminated. So I'm thinking one of my crazy theories is he's actually a child of this cult, and and that's why his name is Maximus, but not blood related to the Brotherhood of Steel. My other idea is he is the son of the Brotherhood of Steel and an NCR soldier. Just like that would be like why he doesn't want to let them know, but he at the same time is he has his parents' blood with him with the Brotherhood of Steel, and I think he's going to blame the NCR. He blames the NCR for his tragic past, but he's going to figure out that it was actually the Brotherhood of Steel that messed his whole life up, and so that's going to be a whole tragic whole thing, and I think that's going to be interesting. And then now it does say that most of the desperate parties are chasing an artifact that has the potential to radically change the power dynamic in this world. Yeah. That's what the article says, and I'm just really hoping. I'm really hoping because we see that end scene where she's carrying that metal briefcase. I just really hope it's not the Gek because it's just that'd basically be the story points from 1 and 2. Now I like the mirroring, like when I was saying that first part, like the mirroring that she would have to go, she would come back from her long mission, maybe even saving the world, and then get turned away by the overseer. That's a cool mirror of Fallout 1. It gives us that feel of Fallout 1. It's just like the Megatown, that like the town Philly in the show. It looks like Megaton, and it also has that smoke pipe up that looks like also from the Green Diamond. So it gives us this aesthetic. This gives us this nice Fallout aesthetic that we are all welcome to. But it doesn't just. It's not just reflavoring something, and it's just. I don't know. I want it to be unique, and what I really hope for, what I really want, is that they're all searching for different artifacts, and they all have to help each other to find those artifacts. I think it's kind of like making this gang, and then it's like the last one. All of them have to work together to get the last one, which is what Lucy wants and what Lucy needs. And I think that would be a really cool story base, and also like because this is a TV show, and this is just like me just thinking of like this would be super cool if they did this. Is they actually did every season of this Fallout show as different main characters. Like you can bring back main characters, but it would mainly be like different main characters for every season. Yeah, so that way we can get more of a variety inside the story. And I think the Fallout is a good set, like a good world for the setup that we can just get a bunch of different stories and everything. So that's kind of what I got for now, and I'm gonna get you guys up with a pretty cool video about the NCR and the Brotherhood of Steel coming here shortly. And so I hope you guys, again, have a great new year and a great winter solstice. So, partners, have a wonderful day and keep on living.